A few months ago, I did an experiment where I used my regular King Arthur bread flour to make one pizza, and then I used King Arthur all-purpose flour to make another one, and I compared them. You'll notice that the all-purpose flour has 11.7% protein, and the bread flour has 12.7% protein. So only 1% difference in protein content. They both tasted the exact same, but the crust density and consistency was so much different, more so than I ever would have guessed. The bread flour crust had a lot more volume. The gas bubbles were larger. It felt lighter, just more puffy, and it was stronger. And the all-purpose flour was just more compact and dense. By a lot though. I was really surprised, and that's just from a 1% difference in protein content. Now, ever since I started this channel a few months ago, people have been asking about All Trump's flour. If you're unaware, All Trump's flour by General Mills is one of the most common types of flour in New York City pizzerias, reportedly, and it has a very high protein content. It's 14.2%. Now, I've wanted to try All Trump's flour for a long time, even before I started this YouTube channel. The problem is it's meant for commercial bakeries and pizzerias, restaurants. The problem is it only comes in 25-pound bags or 50-pound bags. And the 50-pound bag is only a little bit more than the 25-pound bag. So it's like, if you're going to buy a very big bag of flour, you might as well just get the 50-pounder. And I never wanted to do that, but I went and did it anyways. So here we go. This is my 50-pound bag of All Trump's flour. I better like it. It's going to last me for a long time. I'm really excited to see how this compares to my regular bread flour pizza crust. So that's the experiment I'm going to do right now. I'm going to make one pie out of All Trump's and one pie out of the bread flour, King Arthur bread flour. See how they're different. I'm going to do the exact same recipe. And I'm anticipating the All Trump's flour to make a crust that is even lighter and airier and stronger than the bread flour one. That's my assumption. We'll find out. But before I get started, I wanted to give a shout out to my sponsor, Pizzori. They sent me the sweet cast iron pizza pan. If you've been watching my channel, you know I'm a big fan of the cast iron because it really transfers heat to the pizza crust fast, and it loads back up. It reheats really fast too. This one is really cool because it doesn't have any handles on the edge like my current one does. It has these beveled edges, so you can still use them to pick it up. So that's a great design. Looking forward to trying it out. And I also have this Pizzori pizza slicer. Really excited. I've never used one of these before. This stuff looks like great quality. Looking forward to it. Let's get started. Okay, I'm back. Last night I made the dough balls. I'm just using my stock recipe. It's an overnight ferment in the fridge. And I made the dough balls last night, took them out. The oven's ready to go. So we're going to shape them. But take a look at first. So this one here is the King Arthur bread flour dough ball, and this is the All Trump's dough ball. It may look like in the video that this one is a little bit smaller volume than the All Trump's, but you can't really get the depth. The King Arthur dough ball it's more puffy. It's taller, and the All Trump's is a little bit flatter. Now it handled this way. And by the way, this is 65% hydration, and I'm going to put this recipe in the description, the video description, if you'd like to take a look. When I was making pizza out of 00 flour a while back, the 00 flour handled very similar to this All Trump's flour. It was a little more stretchy, a little more smooth, and likewise the dough ball, the resulting dough ball, is a little bit flatter than the one with the bread flour. So that's my first observation. My second observation is that the King Arthur flour dough ball smells a tiny bit more fragrant than the All Trump's. Very similar, just a tiny bit, maybe like 5% more fragrance. So we'll see. I'm going to make the King Arthur dough ball first. There we go. Looking good. Let's put it in the oven. Okay, we're at 615 degrees. First time using my new Pizzori pizza pan. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna check back in about 4.5 minutes. It looks pretty good through the window. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This is my stock recipe. Looks like it should. Okay, we're gonna let the oven heat up, and then I'm gonna shape the dough ball from the all trumps flour. See how it's different. Okay, I'm excited to see how the all trumps ball is gonna be different. It's more sticky. Yeah, it's definitely softer. It's softer, so it's like stretching out a lot faster. Pretty similar. It feels really similar to the 0-0 flour, actually. I've got to be careful not to overstretch this. This is stretching out real fast. That's it. That was easy. Yeah, with the bread flour, it just kept snapping back, into that ball shape. This just stretches and stays stretched. That's really, really, really stretchy and strong. You can't really tell from the camera, but this is like super thin. You see my fingers through that? It's crazy thin and it's not breaking. That's a good sign. Yeah, there's like all these air bubbles stuck underneath because it's so thin. Wow. Let me check the oven temp. 616 degrees. We're ready to go. Okay, I'm looking through the window here and I can tell that the rim is really puffy and lightweight. I'm getting really excited to try this. Just about done, I think. There's some really big gas bubbles on it too, but not the annoying kind, just the good kind. Look at this. I'm gonna put the bread. I'm gonna put that bread flour one back in for just 1 minute, and then let it heat up. And I'm gonna compare the two. Take a look. This is the all trumps crust, and this is the King Arthur bread flour crust. They both look good. And I don't even know if you can really capture the depth from the video, but the all trumps crust is a lot puffier than the King Arthur crust. I mean, quite a bit, probably like 25% more puffy. Both look really good on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna cut them up. Give it the taste test. I've never used one of these, but thanks to Pizzori, I'm going to right now. So I'm not exactly sure how to do this. Just kind of, wow. That's a lot easier than using the roller kind. Slices right through it. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do this. That's really cool. That's fun. Oh, I mean, You can take a look here. This is the all trumps flour. This is the bread flour one. You see how much bigger those pockets are? I mean, not the whole thing is like that, but overall, the all trumps has a bigger, puffier rim. Give it a try. That's good. That's really good. That's actually quite a bit different. It's sweeter. It has a sweeter taste to it. Mm. Wow. It has a different texture too. It's more chewy. Just like I was saying, it's behaving a lot more like the 00 flour. It actually tastes a little bit more like the 00 flour too. And sorry, not the taste so much, but like the chewiness, the consistency. Oh, so okay, it's like this. With the all trumps, the taste is sweeter. The dough, sorry, the crust is lighter, heavier. It's also more chewy. It's also a little bit more crispy too. The outside has a certain crisp to it, just a tiny bit. All around, I'm going to say that the all trumps is a more flavorful crust. I like it because it's also chewer. I like the consistency better than the bread flour. That's actually just a really good pizza. As soon as I turn the camera off, I'm going to stuff my face with that. That's really good. So that's the results of the experiment. The bread flour makes the good crust. Like I've said before, the King Arthur bread flour is the best I've come across yet out of the grocery store flours. The all trumps is sweeter. It makes a puffier rim and has a better, well, better is my opinion, but it has a chewier consistency to it, which is what a lot of people like. So that's it. All trumps is really, really good flour for New York style pizza. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks.